We just had a huge Madden 26 patch that completely changed how the game is played. A lot of formations and playbooks that were good before the patch are now terrible and no longer usable. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the top 5 best offensive formations in the game right now that you want to use to win more games and show you some of the best plays that you can use from each one of them. Let's get into it now. Coming in at number 5 on the list is the gun trips tight end flex, and you can find this out of a lot of playbooks. One of my favorites is the Saints. Now, this formation was really good last year. So far, it's been slept on, but I really feel like it might even be better this year. And one of the reasons is this RPO zone alert Omaha. So this year, what's really unique about this is on these types of RPOs, you can hot route the two players on the bubble and then the tight end. So like the tight end, he can go on streaks, posts, whatever. Same thing with this receiver. So, you come out here, you see man. Well, first of all, this little out route is going to be open. And, you can see we have a very slow tight end, but, it's able to work, get us easy yardage. So, next play, what do you know? That guy might be in a flat zone. They might be showing man, but that guy's in a flat zone. So what do? You streak him. It's easy, right? So you can't really play man because either the out or the streak would be open. And hey, let's not forget that this receiver right here, if they're in man, you can put him on a post route. If you wish, you can put him on a slant, crosser. Just a quick route over the middle, stem down the post, and you'll see, that's going to get easy separation over the middle too for a big play. Now, obviously, you're probably saying, oh, well, just play zone on it. If you want to learn how to make millions of coins to get all the best players on your Madden Ultimate Team, check out the Coin Authority on Sportsgamerz.com. Click the link in the description of this video and use coupon code COINS for 10% off your order. But that's not going to work because as soon as you switch to zone, now guess what? Now we can just throw this bubble pass with ease and we have the blocking numbers over there as well. Again, if you want to switch to a different type of zone, say a cover 2, well, we can still hit the bubble for sure. But one of my favorite things to do against a cover 2 is literally just streak these two guys, and you'll see the streaks will be running wide open down the middle of the field. Now, aside from that, this formation does have other good plays, like verticals is very good, as well as the play motion wide post. Motion wide post was very good last year, and it's still good this year. So, like right now, they kind of neutered these short corners because you cannot stem them down. So, like formations like the bunt strong offset with corner strike, just not as good. However, short posts are still amazing. You don't necessarily even need to stem them down. With this setup, all we're going to do is do a slant to this inside receiver. Kind of very similar to what we did last year. And you can see you have people running wide open everywhere. So again, I'll do that because I got hit right as I was throwing the ball. And you'll see this is really, really difficult to defend. One extra adjustment I like to make on this play sometimes is just to put this outside receiver on a comeback. You'll notice that when you do that, if they have any sort of hard flat, you can just throw this on the break to the sideline. That's a wide open player. Yeah, we got a red pass. But that's extremely consistent. You mix this in with the slant post combo over the middle, you're going to be cooking, man. This is very, very simple. And they're not going to expect it out of this play because this play mainly does attack the middle of the field. Now, this play also has a match bomb built in. So if you notice that somebody's loving or just like to play cover 4 quarters, all we're going to do is just streak this inside receiver right here that we put on the slant, and we're going to be out for a bomb. It is important with this formation that you always have the trips on the wide side of the field just to give yourself more room to work with. Now, by the way, in case you're wondering, how would you even know if the defense is in match coverage? Well, if I call this play with a slant and I look at that return route, notice how that zone clearly is matching onto that return route. That's not normal. So as soon as I see that that zone is matching that return route, I know, okay, this is match. And then the next play, I can streak him. Easy touchdown. Coming in at number 4 on the list is this gun bunch tight end. Now, this formation you can find in many playbooks, but the Vikings probably is the best set of plays because the Vikings will give you whips, it will give you mesh, PA verticals. So far we have a good corner out and mesh. The whips, we have a good play action, which is important if you're going up against, certain blitzes. It will give you the RPO, which is very, very, very important because that RPO is crazy. Spacing, which has a nice running back flat route. And then it also gives you the plays that have the auto motion deals. So we all know about the RPO and how good that is. We don't really need to focus upon that. You should know about whips because whips was really good last year. But these new plays with the auto motion are very good. So let me look at cheat tight end hitch HBC. This is actually one of my favorite plays because it's really good against really any coverage you're going to see. So let's just start with cover two. Now, when you run this, I would recommend having your bunch on the wide side of the field to get the most effectiveness out of this play. Now, if you're enjoying this content and you want more just like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like on the video, and let me know in the comments what you think about the formations after this patch, how you feel about them. Personally, I'm looking for formations that have, unique plays, unique RPOs, and don't rely upon corner routes because, that was the main focus of the patch. Now, anyways, here, we're going to start with cover two. And this play is really good because, well, the auto motion wheel fade type route to Brown is going to kill man. So we want to focus on beating zone with our other routes. So one of my favorite ways to run this is just to streak the tight end, put this receiver right here, Smith on a return route, and then the slot guy, we're going to put him on a post. All right, so when we go in and snap this ball here, you're going to see a lot is going to open up. So the first thing that's open is the sideline for this wheel auto motion route. Now we got a red pass, which by the way, I feel like is after the patch, your quarterbacks are a lot more inaccurate than they were before the patch. So like personally, you might want to consider dead eyes. Real quick, guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. Because these red throws are super annoying. So we got a good throw there. As you can see, it's wide open on the sideline. But there are many more reads. Yes, any sort of flat will run past, but check out the running back out of the backfield and then the return route. So the reason why this play is so good against cover two is, well, the tight end streak and that slot receiver post, they're going to push the hook zones back, right? So that's going to open up a space for a quick throw to the running back out of the backfield. Same time, if they, decide to shade their hooks down, put them on 5, or whatever they try to do to slow down the running back out of the backfield, they can throw the tight end streak right behind it, or maybe even the post. Same thing on the other side of the field as that post opens up the return route over the middle for an easy throw and catch. Now, what if they switch to, like, say, a cover 3? Cover 3 or cover 4, not a cover 2. Well, you can still throw this wheel route on the sideline, honestly, once you get the timing down, against pretty much any coverage out there. But this is going to give you more openings, to attack with other routes too. Again, you'll see the return route is wide open because those routes are pushing the zones back, right? So if you go and snap the ball here, you'll see, well, we could throw this right in the seam, or we could throw this right here. Okay, easy. But let's say that they shade their coverage underneath here. They're tired of us just checking down out of the backfield or to that return route. Okay, so I shade my coverage underneath. This should help. But what happens is now, like I said, you can just throw the routes right behind those 5-yard or shaded down zones, and those are going to be easy completions. This also will be a cover 4. So here, let's go to a basic. Well, let me find one. Just a basic cover 4 zone drop, just like this. Cover 4 drop. We're going to shade our zones down underneath to take away the quick throws, right? So this actually is only rushing 3. So you would think that this coverage right here would be pretty good, but we're still going to be easily able to attack them. So watch. So you do see, like, yes, those quick throws are kind of taken away. But now, again, the seam post area of the field wide open. You'll see, like, I could throw, this right here because those hooks are sitting down on my underneath routes. Same time here, you'll see, like, this is like if you are good at pass leading open, kind of like down passing to the sideline to the wheel. Really, really good play. When you mix this in with the RPO, I mean, you're going to give the defense so many problems. It's so frustrating to deal with actual good passing plays and then the RPO. That is why this formation is so annoying. Very under the radar, but very good. Coming in at number 3 on the list, we are in the gun Y-off trio close. Now, again, this can be found in a lot of playbooks. One of my favorites to run it out of is the Jags. Now, the reason why this formation is so good is because it basically has a very unique play action pass with an auto motion route. Now, what this does is when you have a play action pass from a formation like this, because this is almost, it's not quite a bunch formation, but it's pretty close, you're able to block pretty much every annoying blitz in the game. So, like right now, a lot of people are just coming out here and, they're just stunning, right? At the end of the day, they're running the Texas four-man stunt, right? Because, like, a lot of the other things people were doing, like the dime 1-4, it got patched. So, people are trying to stun again. And, here, when you call a play action pass, you don't have to block anybody. You can literally come out here, do whatever route combo you wish, and guess what? The stunt is just not going to work. So, like right here, I'm going to do almost like a dagger concept. Now, when you run this, you want to have your 3 receivers side of the formation to the wide side. And what I have here is basically a slot fade to make sure that they can't stick switch me over the middle, a post, a drag, a streak, and then a streak out of the backfield. So pretty much with this route combo, and again, with basically every quarterback having access to all the hot routes, you call it play action pass, with this type of formation spacing, you can just create such good route combos just like this. So you can see how easy that was to pick apart the defense. So like right there, you'll notice, yes, like those zones, they came up on the running back streak out of the backfield. As you see, it's not open. So guess what? I have 2 vertical routes to streak over here, slot fade here. So as soon as the post breaks, that's an easy dot. Remember, if they try to stick switch you, they're giving up free touchdowns. No matter which side they come off of, there's a vertical route. So, you'll see that post was so easy to hit. And again, there was no pressure. That's the main thing here. Zero pressure because of my play action pass. So again, if I do the same setup, this time I'm gonna keep my zones back at a normal depth. You're gonna see, okay, well, this time those zones get pulled back, so I can just check down to the running back, maybe the drag. But hey guys, don't you worry. You wanna attack with other route combos? That's completely fine. You can hit other route combos too. You can do something like, a lot of people like to do when they hit the corner routes. You can do that too. You can do something very simple like this to where, hey, now guess what? Now you have to worry about the corners as well. So this formation just allows you to basically have every type of route combo you could want from a great formation with spacing out of a play action pass. When the meta right now is a lot of blitzes, stunts that get picked up by play action easily, this is why this is at number 3. So coming in at number 2 on the list, we're in the gun double flex wide close. You can find it in a bunch of books. One of my favorites is the Jaguars. So this formation I feel like is very good after the patch because it just has a lot of great routes. You'll see like it has posts, it has corners at different depths. It is like kind of like unique streak routes. It has a way, to attack every area of the field. This formation was not heavily reliant upon abusing corner routes like other formations were. It just has a lot of great routes. And yes, of course, it has one of the best play action passes in the game with the PA snag. So, like, one thing right now that you're going to want to know how to do, like I said, is block stunts. And this formation gives you the ability to easily do so with this play action pass, PA snag. So you can run this to, honestly, this is a formation that's pretty unique because you can run it either way you want. You could have the running back side on the short or wide side of the field. It's good. Like, you can run it either way. So one of my favorite route combos with this PA snag is just something so simple and easy. All I'm going to do is just streak this receiver, do a drag, and then, I can do something, with the running back where I could just do a flat. I can mix it up. But basically here, what I have is a situation where I'm going to basically attack them based upon their shading, right? So this is just a very basic setup. I'm going to show you a few from it, but I can just go and snap the ball, read the drop back of the zones, and I'm immediately throwing that drag. As you see, no pressure. Now, we did get the ball swatted down. I honestly hate that. I feel like D linemen swatting balls down is way too frequent on this game. But again, you can see that's just super easy. That's each and every time. Now, they want to start shading their coverage underneath, that's when we're going to be able to utilize, the seam streak, also the post. It's just a super easy route combo. Like, look how that just opens up, and we could have thrown the post honestly as well. Another setup you can do out of this play that's really nice is to utilize a corner flat, and then do a corner flat to the tight end, running back, I should say, do a streak, and then just do like either a return route or drag coming over the middle, just like this. Either way, it's a really good combo. So you'll see now we're just going to read the running back or the tight end, kind of just determine what kind of flat zones they have over there. Are they shading down? Maybe they have a deeper flat. That's kind of just what I'm reading here. But the whole key to this play is that I know that like I'm not going to get any pressure because it's the play action pass, and I'm just able to make very easy reads. Now, this formation also has tons of great man beaters. You can attack all over the field. It's just that right now having a play action pass is so valuable because it makes the pressure out of stunts basically non-existent. Coming in at number one on the list, we're in the Gun Bunch X Nasty. Now, once again, Jaguars playbook. The Jaguars playbook is basically a custom playbook on this game. It's actually crazy how many good formations it has. Yeah, it's really tough. But this Bunch Nasty has a lot to offer. So you got auto motion plays. You got corners, you got posts, you got running back routes out of the backfield. You got wheels, quick flats, seam streaks. I mean, formation is stupid effective. Now, one of the things that we've talked about this year is being able to hot route RPOs. And you'll kind of see the same thing here. This motion RPO zone alert gives you that ability. So, most people are used to seeing this play with like this receiver going in auto motion, and they're like, oh, okay, like it's probably that, the auto motion is basically a tell, right? Well, what happens if you just put this receiver that goes on auto motion on a flat and then just streak the same receiver? And you'll see that we had a flat zone there, but he just didn't play it. And now there's no tell. There's literally no tell. And again, this is cover three. That slot guy, he's in the flat, but he does not play it. That is actually super annoying to defend. Um, Honestly, when you do this, you can see the seam route is also just naked. It honestly doesn't matter what zone coverage you're in. There is going to be something wide open when you call this. So this forces one of two things. Okay, this play right here either forces you to pass commit with like flats, which like honestly you don't necessarily really want to do. You'll see like when you pass commit, the flat plays better, but then the seam is still wide open unless they user it. So like you don't want to do that because like if I am running this play and I see like okay, wait a second, this flat zone didn't get sucked in. He played my quick flat. Yeah, I can throw the seam, but guess what? I know you're pass committing. So now if I just call a regular run play, there's a chance I'm scoring a touchdown because your defense, when you pass commit, does not play the run well. So that's not a really good option. The other thing that it kind of forces would be just man coverage. But like that's also not a good option because like if I know, oh wait a second, like you just switched to man coverage, well, I can call other plays, but also if I just snap the stock with this little like speed out, that kills man. Also streaks kill man. There's plenty of ways to kill man, and the fact that you have to do that or pass commit to stop that quick flat throw is honestly crazy. So this play right here is super annoying, and it's just funny because like a lot of people run this formation, but you rarely see people even utilize this play. It is so good. You got to run it. Till next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.